Namaste, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. This is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics in Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the non-parametric test, which is I am going to take here Mann-Whitney U test, and this module is taken from the course Research Methodology and Biostatistics in the program of B Pharmacy 8th semester under the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Science. So the Mann-Whitney U test is very important test of the statistics, and it is very useful test. So we learn about that here today. So in statistics, the Mann-Whitney U test, which is also called Mann-Whitney-Wilcoxon MWW, or the Wilcoxon rank sum test, or the Wilcoxon-Mann-Whitney test, is a non-parametric test of the null hypothesis that it is equally likely that a randomly selected value from one population will be less than or greater than a randomly selected value from a second population. This test can be used to investigate whether two independent samples were selected from populations having the same distribution. A similar non-parametric test used on dependent samples is the Wilcoxon signed rank test. So next we take the null hypothesis for this test. The test compares two populations. The null hypothesis for the test is that the probability is 50% that a randomly drawn member of the first population will exceed a member of the second population. And alternate null hypothesis is that the two samples coming from the same population, that is that the two both have the same median. The result of performing a Mann-Whitney U test is a U statistic. For small samples, use the direct method, and to find U statistic for larger sample, a formula is necessary, or you can use the technology like SPSS to run the test. In this test, the U1 and U2 are given by R1 minus N1 into N1 plus 1 upon 2, or U2 is given by R2 minus N2 into N2 plus 1 upon 2. So these are the values of U1 and U2. Either of these two formulas are valid for the Mann-Whitney U test. R is where what is R and small n shows here. The R is the sum of ranks in the sample, and n is the number of items in the sample. So n shows the number of items in the sample, while R shows the sum of the ranks in the sample. Now Mann-Whitney U test direct method. So here we are discussing about the direct method of Mann-Whitney U test. This method is limited only by how much computation you want to perform. The larger the sample, the more complex the math. Name the sample with the smaller ranks sample 1, and the sample with the larger ranks sample 2. Choosing the sample with the smaller ranks to be sample 1 is optional, but it makes the computations easier. Take the first observation in the sample 1. Count how many observations in the sample 2 are smaller than it. If the observations are equal, count it as one half. So it is important. Take the first observation in sample 1 and count how many observations in sample 2 are smaller than it. If the observations are equal, then count it as one half. For example, if we have 10 that are less than 2 that are equal to 2 plus 2 into half, that is equal to 11, and repeat step 2 for all observations in sample 1. Add up all of your totals from step 2 and step 3, step 2 and 3, and this is the U statistic. So in this way the U statistics can be calculated. Now next we take the assumptions for the Mann-Whitney U-test. The dependent variable should be measured on an ordinal scale or a continuous scale. So first assumption, which is here, the dependent variable should be measured on an ordinal scale or a continuous scale. Second assumption, the independent variable should be two independent categorical groups. And the third assumption is observation should be independent. In other words, there should be no relationship between the two groups or within each group. So it means the observation should be independent from each other. This is the third assumption. Now the fourth assumption is the last assumption is observations are not normally distributed. However, they should follow the same shape, that is both the bell-shaped and the skewed left. So the assumption number 4 can be given by as observations are not normally distributed and they should follow the same shape, that is both the bell-shaped and the skewed left. So in this way we can take assumptions for the Mann-Whitney U-test to apply. This session is powered by Digital Version 2, JOT Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. I hope all you are satisfied with my digital session, and if you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve your problems and doubts. So with this I conclude my today's discussion. Thank you.